Shalom, Lakem, Kol Yeshura'ol. How's your peace, Israel? Welcome back to another video. And we are going to be looking at the topic at hand, which is Moses and the giving of the law. Okay? And we're going to pick it up in the book of Exodus, chapter 20. And it reads on this wise. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord God. Look, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Lord thy God. I am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days thou shalt labour and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, for thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that is in them, all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honour thy father and mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbour. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbour's. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings, and the noise of the trumpet, and the mounting smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed, and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, fear not, for God is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. And God said unto Moses, thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel, ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. Ye shall not make with me gods of silver, neither shall ye make unto you gods of gold. An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me, and shalt sacrifice therein thy burnt offerings, and thy peace offerings, thy sheep and thine oxen. In all places where I record my name I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone, thou shalt not build it of hew stone, for if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon. It says, now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the seventh he shall go out free for nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, she have borne him sons or daughters. The wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear with an awl, a piercing, and he shall serve him forever. And if a man sells his daughter to be a maidservant, she shall not go out as a maidservant do. If she please not her master, who have betrothed her to himself, then shall he let her be redeemed to sell her unto a strange nation. He shall have no power, seeing he have dealt deceitfully with her. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish? And if he do not these 3 unto her, then shall she go out, she shall go out free without money. He that smiteth a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place where he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously unto his neighbour to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from thine altar, that he may die. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And he that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. And if men strive together, and one smite another with a stone or with his fist, he die not, but keepeth his bed. If he rise again and walk abroad upon his staff, then shall he that smote him be quit. Only he shall pay for the loss of his time, and shall cause him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his money. If men strive and hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. And if any mischief follows, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth, or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go for his tooth's sake. If an ox gore a man or a woman that they die, then the ox shall be surely stoned, and his flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be quit. But if the ox were wont to push with his horn in time past, and it have been testified to his owner, and he have not kept him in, but that he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death. If there be laid on him a sum of money, then he shall give for the ransom of his life whatsoever is laid upon him. Whether he have gored a son or have gored a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. If the ox shall push a manservant or maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit, and not cover it, and an ox or donkey fall therein, the owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. And if one man's ox hurt another's, that he die, then he shall sell the live ox, and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also shall divide. Or if it be known that the ox have used to push in time past, and his owner have not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own. Alright, it says, if a man steal an ox or a sheep, and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox, and 4 sheep for a sheep. If a thief be found breaking up, and be smitten, that he die, there shall no blood that he die, there shall no blood be shed for him. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or donkey or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man shall cause a field or vineyard to be eaten, and shall put in his breast, and shall feed in another man's field, of the breast of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. If fire break out and catch in thorns, so that the sacks of corn or the standing corn or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindleth the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man shall deliver unto his neighbour money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house, if the thief be found, let him pay double. If the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto ages, to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbour's goods. For all manner of trespass, whether it be an ox, for a donkey, for a sheep, for raiment, or for a manner of lost thing which another challenges to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, whom the judges shall condemn, he shall pay double unto his neighbour. If a man deliver unto his neighbour a donkey or an ox or a sheep or any beast to keep, and it die or be hurt or driven away, no man seeing it, then shall an oath of the Lord be between both, that he hath not put his hands on his neighbour's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof, and he shall not make it good. And if it be stolen from him, and he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for a witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. And if a man borrow out aught of his neighbour's, and it be hurt or died, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be a hired thing, it came from his hire. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed, and lie with her, and he shall surely endow her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuse to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Whosoever lieth with a beast, shall surely be put to death. He that sacrificeth unto any god, saveth unto the Lord only. He shall surely be utterly destroyed. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger, nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry out all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If thou lend money to any people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a usurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him usury. If thou at all take thy neighbour's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun goeth down. For that is his covering only. It is his raiment for his skin, wherein shall he sleep. And it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of the people. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of the ripe fruits, and of the liquors, the firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. Likewise shalt thou do with thy oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me, and he shall be holy unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is a torn beast in the field. Ye shall cast it to the dogs. Thou shalt not raise a false prophet. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. If thou meet thine enemy's ox or donkey going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him. If thou see a donkey of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of the poor in his cause. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. And thou shalt not gift, for the gift blindeth the wise. Thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. And thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. And 6 years thou shalt sow the land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof. But the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat. What they leave, the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with the vineyard and with the oliveyard. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thy donkey may rest, and the son of thy handmaid, and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in a year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed on the month of Abib. For in that thou camest out out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, and the first fruits of thy labours, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in the labours out of the field. 3 times a year all thy males shall appear before the Lord God. Thou shalt not sacrifice with leavened bread, neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seeth as kid in his mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him, and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. For mine angel shall go before thee, and bring thee into the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. Thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works, but thou shalt utterly overthrow them, and quite break down their images. And you shall serve the Lord your God, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The numbers of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee, and destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and I'll make thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanites, the Hittites from before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. But by little and little I will drive them out before thee, until thou be increased, and inherit the land. And I will set the bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river. For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land in your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. Labouring, last chapter. And he said unto Moses, Come up to the Lord, and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go out with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, and said, All the words which the Lord has said we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people, and they said, All that the Lord had said we will do, and be obedient. And Moses took the book and sprinkled it on the people, took the blood, and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold, the blood covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders, and they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel he laid not his hand. Also they saw God, and did not eat and drink. And the Lord said to Moses, Come up to me into the mount, and be there, and I will give thee tablets of stone, and a law, and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses rose up, and his minister Joshua. Moses went up to the mount of God, and said unto the elders, Tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come unto them. And Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount, and the glory of the Lord abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days, and the seventh day he called unto Moses, and out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of the Lord was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. And Moses went in the midst of the cloud and gat him up into the mount, and Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. So that was the book of Exodus, or Shemawath, from 20 to 24. And we're going to segue into the book of Jubilees, chapter 1, and it reads in this wise. And it came to pass in the first year of the exodus of the children of Israel out of Egypt, in the 3rd month of the 16th day of the month, 2450 Anno Mundi, that God spake to Moses, saying, Come up to me on the mount, and I'll give thee 2 tablets of stone of the law and of the commandment which I have written, that thou mayest teach them. And Moses went up to the mount, into the mount of God, and the glory of the Lord abode on Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And he called to Moses on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud, and an appearance of the glory of the Lord was like the flame of fire on the top of the mount. And Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights, and God taught him the earlier and latter history of the division of all the days and the law and of the testimonies. And he said, Incline thy heart to every word which I shall speak to thee on this mount, and write them in a book, in order that the generations may see how I have not forsaken them for all the evil which they have wrought in transgressing the covenant which I established between me and thee for their generations this day on Mount Sinai. And thus it will come to pass, when all these things come upon them, that they will recognize that I am more righteous than they in all their judgments and in all their actions, and they will recognize that I have been truly with them. And do thou write for thyself all these words which I declare unto thee this day, for I know their rebellion and their stiff neck, before I bring them into the land of which I swear to their fathers, to Abraham and to Isaac and to Jacob, saying, Unto your seed will I give a land flowing with milk and honey. And they will eat and be satisfied, and they will turn to strange gods, to gods which cannot deliver them from all out of their tribulation. And this witness shall be heard for a witness against them, for they will forget all my commandments, even all that I command them, and they will walk after the Gentiles, and after their uncleanness, and after their shame, and will serve their gods, and these will prove unto them an offense and a tribulation and an affliction and a snare. Okay, we're going to be in the last book, which is we're going to go to the Testament of Moses, which actually they call it the Assumption of Moses. Okay, this is chapter 1, and it reads on this way. It says, The book of the prophecy of Moses, which was made in the 120th year of his life, that is 2,500 years from the creation of the world, or according to the Eastern reckoning, 2,700 years and 400 from the Exodus from the Exodus from Phoenicia, when the people had gone forth after the Exodus that was made by Moses to Amman beyond the Jordan. The prophecy that was made by Moses in the book of Deuteronomy, when he called unto Joshua the son of Nun, and a man approved of the Lord, who should be the minister of the people, and of the tabernacle of the testimony with all its holy things, and should bring the people into the land that was given to their fathers, that it should be given to them by the covenant and the oath which he spake in the tabernacle to give it to Joshua. And he spake to Joshua these words, Promise to perform with all diligence whatsoever thou hast commanded, that thou mayest so act as to be blameless before God. These things said the Lord of the world, for he created the world on account of his own people, though he began not to make manifest his purpose of creation from the beginning of the world, that the Gentiles might be confounded on the matter, and to their shame might confound one another in arguments. And so he planned and ordained me, who before of old was prepared to be the mediator of his covenant, And now I tell you that the time of the years of my life is finished, and I pass to sleep with my fathers in the sight of all the people. And read thou this writing, that thou mayest have regarding to the safekeeping of the books, which I shall deliver thee, which thou shalt arrange and smear with oil and cedar, and lay up in vessels of earthenware, in the place which God made from the beginning of the creation of the world, that his name might be called on there, even to the day of repentance, in the visitation where the Lord will visit them in the consummation of the end of days. So, only hope the reader and listen to this word will be blessed by this. We're dealing with Moses and the giving of the law. Exodus was the first aspect in which he was, commissioned to take part in the execution of the children of Israel being brought onto the covenant and receiving the instructions from the Father. And Jubilees is just only reiterating the same thing that we saw in Exodus. And the testimony of Moses is also showing an account of Moses revisiting the process of him being away, that the Father was going to bestow his people with instruction. So I only hope the reader and listen to this word to be blessed by this. May Yahweh bless you, may Yahweh keep you. May Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you. May Yahweh be gracious to you. May Yahweh lift up his countenance upon you. And may Yahweh grant you everlasting peace in Yeshua HaMashiach's name I pray. Selah.